What is your, I know it sounds weird, but just try it, thing? Try eating a kiwi like an apple. Just bite in. Ignore the fuzzy stuff. You won't recognize it. I always eat it like this. Not trolling. Instructions unclear. Arrested for eating endangered bird. People would always freak out when I did this. Eat the lil but too. Eat the whole damn thing. I just can't do this. The fluffy feeling sets my teeth on edge and makes me so uncomfortable. It feels like what I imagine a tarantula's abdomen feels like. You've ruined everything. Nose plugged? Sinuses filled solid? 12 drops of Tabasco sauce into 16 ounces of warm water. Stir. Drink. It's like swallowing heat. And a few minutes later, your tubes will be clear. So it actually kind of worked. I think I didn't put quite enough Tabasco in. But I definitely thought I was going to regret taking advice from Reddit, and I didn't. So it was a definite success. Take more risks just for the hell of it. I don't mean bungee jumping or robbing a liquor store. I mean talking to people you don't know, or calling customer service to ask for refund on a disappointing product, approaching someone you think is cute to start a conversation, or take a class in something you love but know little about. In all these situations, there's the chance you will be shut down, or even publicly embarrassed. But you will get used to small disappointments, and it will embolden you to take bigger risks in the future. Plus, you will be surprised how often things actually work out for the better. Going into a situation thinking you're doing just for the experience takes a lot of the pressure off, too, and helps get positive results. If you feel a migraine coming on, chug a few glasses of ice water and give yourself the worst brain freeze you've ever had. It may stop the migraine. My aunt gave me that tip about 5 years ago after I had a terrible migraine that put me in the hospital. The very next migraine I got, as soon as I started to see the aura, I drank a bunch of ice water and gave myself brain freeze a good 3 times. It worked, the aura fizzled out, and the headache never came. Since then, I use that trick every time, and I'll be damned, it works every time. Edit. To be more specific, the tip she got was from one of her patients who accidentally stumbled upon this while eating ice cream. I use ice water because it works for me, but others have commented saying they use ice cream, Slurpees, etc. Might just be the water rehydrating you. Mine are mostly triggered by dehydration or too much salt consumption, and water is exactly what helps if I get it in before it goes full swing. I have this contraption that flips you upside down and holds you by your ankles like some sort masochistic slaughter cow, but it pops your back and decompresses your spine, leaving you feeling like you just experienced a tantric orgasm. Inversion chairs, get one. Yesterday. I microwave cookies. I microwave croissants. I microwave sandwiches. I microwave cake. It's amazing. Getting naked in the shower with your and rubbing butts. I like it when we put our chests together and make a swimming pool with the water that catches, then releasing it all at once. Showering with is fun. You can even do this alone by bringing your knees up to your chest and rocking back and forth gently. Best part is your tears will mix with the water and you won't be able to tell that you're crying. I haven't done this in a while, but when I was driving somewhere with a friend or two in the car, I'd tell them to scream as loud as they could. Like just really scream, separately, and then together. It sounds super weird, but it feels kinda cool. There's really no place-time where this is something you can just do full force, especially living in the city, because you don't want to alarm others, have the cops called. Driving in a car though, no one else will hear it. I've done it alone too, not in quite a while though. I dunno. Just try it. Also works in the back of the police car. I used to do this on long elevator rides. Now I live in a walk-up and have to wait until I'm on a freeway overpass for my primal screaming. But you can hear people just talking inside the elevator when you're walking past in the hallway. I can't imagine what was going through the heads of all the people that heard you screaming. Sometimes they would press the button and I would stop before the door opened. When they got on, they would ask, "Were you just screaming?" And I would shrug and say, "Weird, right? I heard it too," and they would eye me suspiciously as we rode down to the lobby. Sensory deprivation tanks. Just tried this for the first time last week. All the videos said time flies. Thought I was about 20 minutes in, and my 90 minutes was up. As someone who's claustrophobic, I just don't think I can get down with this. Have you actually tried it? I'm curious. Yes. I'm somewhat claustrophobic myself, but I found a place where it's less a tank and more a dark 5x7 room, bigger than an office cubicle, and you can freely stand up with plenty of room overhead. I'm 6 feet 1 inch. Put honey on your fried chicken, instead of on the biscuits. I dip McNuggets in honey. Waffles with peanut butter and maple syrup. Something my mom used to make for me called swan water. Half A&W root beer and half sun-kissed orange soda. So awesome. Yes, you can use other brands, but I find these get the best result. At Little League after the game we all got a free hot dog and soda. When asked what soda we wanted we used to say, "Swamp me." The person pouring the drinks would proceed to put a little of everything in the cup: Pepsi, Sierra Mist, MT Dew, root beer, and orange soda. Tasted alright. We called this suicide. I loved it as a kid but haven't tried it in a long time. A Bauer, half bath, half shower. They are especially great for hangovers. Lay down with your feet towards the shower, and let the warm, wet liquid cascade down upon you. Crack the shower curtain for that slight cool and caressing breeze on your face, and enjoy as all your tensions melt away. You lost me with the curtain cracking nonsense. I splash water on the walls and then stick the curtain to it on both sides and seal myself in there with all that warm, steamy goodness. A bidet. Yup, an amazing product. Went to Asia for a year. Didn't use toilet paper for at least 6 months. Came back to the West and no one had a bum gun. Felt like I was living in an uncivilized world. Dirty heathens. Salt on pineapple and on watermelon. Actually, salt on nearly anything. People just associate salt with the flavor of salt, but in very small amounts. It just brings out the natural flavors in most foods. Salt plus chili flakes on pineapple. Yum. For the love of God, do your presentation first, unless I'm in your class. You get it done and over with, and there is zero chance of you having to follow up a stellar presentation and looking bad. This was what I always did in high school. Just get it over and done with, and you don't have to sit there getting more anxious or worrying that yours isn't as good as someone who just did theirs. At university, if there was an assignment that involved a presentation, and the presentations would take several classes weeks for everyone to do theirs, I would always volunteer to do mine the first week. Teachers often grade you easier compared to those who get another week or 2 to prepare. Pepperoni pizza with ranch dressing. Common in the Midwest, not so common in New England. Put a donut in the microwave for 15 seconds, it will get much better. One time I got to work and was super starving and I found a stale donut from the night before in the break room. I put it in the microwave, thinking this might make it less stale and gross, but I microwaved it for too long. It caught on fire. If you're going to try this with filled donuts, just be aware that the filling will be hotter than the surface of the sun when you bite into it. I never thought eating Doritos with sour cream was weird until my husband caught me and said it was disgusting. He loves me, he is great, but the Doritos sour cream combo he just can't handle. I guess you're probably not from the UK because over here they sell a Doritos branded sour cream dip and it's completely normal. A strange psychological phenomenon. Our perception of taste is so hardwired to our sense of touch and sight that we can taste things without actually consuming them. Don't believe me? Tilt your hand back and pretend you're shaking a salt shaker onto your exposed tongue. In just a few seconds, you will taste salt. Crack a raw egg into your ramen noodles for 3 minutes before eating. Go to the doctor and get your earwax flushed out. It feels orgasmic and then you hear in high definition for like a week. Dungeons and Dragons. I'm wearing leggings, and it's the greatest thing in the world. I'm a man. I play football and can kinda get away with it by just calling them compression shorts or pants for when I'm lifting. Best things ever. Yeah, I try to, but it's kind of hard to act nonchalant when I have "Love Pink" written on my butt. Going to the bathroom while naked at home. It's one of the most freeing experiences. Can confirm. Currently pooping naked. Teriyaki sauce on pizza. Cream cheese, along with normal cheese, in your grilled cheese. Put some jalapenos on there, and it's like a popper sandwich. Peanut butter and bacon hamburger. Ordered one from a restaurant once because it was weird and immediately craved them for weeks after, to the point I was making them at home. Not a healthy addiction, but that shit's delicious. What makes you say, I know it sounds weird, but just try it? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.